Now I want to ask you about Mike Williams, because that's the second part of this conversation. And then we'll dive into Super Bowl contenders and the biggest fix. Mike Williams showed up and everybody was, it's Mike Williams. It's not that big. Whatever. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he doesn't work out, so on and so forth. He played 9 snaps yesterday. He got 1 football. He had 32 yards. And he scored the game-winning touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 9 snaps. 9 snaps. I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers found their guy at wide receiver. What I do know is that the Pittsburgh Steelers got immediate return on a guy that they traded for at wide receiver, and that's as good of a start as you could ask for a guy to come in here and be a stud. Because right now, Mike Williams in 1 game, 9 snaps, 32 yards, and 1 touchdown looks better than Davante Adams does, looks better than we could say DeAndre Hopkins right now. I don't know if the bar was that high for DeAndre Hopkins, but looks better than DeAndre Hopkins has played for the Chiefs. Go ahead. Outside of 1 game.
I mean, outside of 1 game, he's only played 2 games there, but he was pretty darn good in that 1 game.
In that 1 game. The game before that, he did nothing.
Yeah.
He did less than Mike Williams, 1 reception, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk's out for the season right now, and before that, he had literally one good game. It just kind of feels like the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe they didn't get the wide receiver, but they got one. And in a time where you needed him, he came through. You have your thoughts changed? I felt great watching Mike Williams score that touchdown yesterday, because guys like that, just, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody gave up on a guy that teams were willing to spend $15 million. The New York Jets wouldn't let him leave without a deal. That doesn't happen. Guys go for visits all the time, leave without a deal constantly. The New York Jets saw him walk in the building and said, "You're not leaving. Here's $15 million. And then the New York Jets decided they were going to stink. They're a terrible team this season. And everybody immediately said, it's probably not Aaron Rodgers. It's probably not Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, what are we doing here? It's probably not a coach that got fired. It's probably not an owner that is running his team into the ground. It's clearly Mike Williams. That is the problem. I think that in 9 reps or 9 snaps and 1 catch and 32 yards and a touchdown, I look at Mike Williams and I say, I mean, instant reaction is maybe everybody overjudged this guy a little bit, because he was wide open. And if you go back and look at that play, there's not man cover. There's not press coverage on that guy. He didn't beat him off the line of scrimmage. He's got 12 yards. He's got to catch up to this dude. And then he still burns him for 15 yards. Guys, there is no better place to be during football season than at a Pittsburgh Steelers game. And now Game Time has this new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I, as everybody knows, am going to see Creed in a couple of weeks, and it was effortless finding my tickets on Game Time. Why? Because they lay everything out for you. All-in pricing shows you the total up front with no surprise fees at checkouts. Seat Views means that you get to see a panoramic view of your seat in the app before you ever buy the tickets. The lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. And Game Time ticket coverage, your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use our code ALLSteelers for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code ALLSTEELERS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. I think my thoughts changed a little bit on Mike Williams. Did they change for you?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you got to love the efficiency, right? We talked about, well, how is Roman Wilson supposed to do anything when he only got 5 snaps in a game? Now, I'm not comparing it, because at the same time, Roman Wilson blocked on all 5 of those snaps. I know he ran 1 route. Sorry.
I was going to say, Mike Williams might have blocked on 8 of those snaps.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 target, 1 touchdown catch, 32 yards. Oh, and just a game winner as well. So, you know, you add that 2. And you know what? We updated it on Friday. Let's update the ticker again. 32 yards, Mike Williams, 6 yards, Deontay Johnson. We're on the positive side of that one. But no, I thought that he had a good debut. That's the base, though. You expect him to play more than 9 snaps. You expect him to get more than 1 target. You expect him to get open in more ways than just go balls. But he did. He absolutely embarrassed that corner because the corner was playing no deep. And I have to go back and watch it. It looked like he had safety help over the top at the beginning of the play.
A little bit.
But by the end of the play, Mike Williams was wide open. And shout out to Russell Wilson, too, because he made that throw looking like his legs were tied because of the way that he was in the pocket, and absolutely drops it into a bucket for Mike Williams. So, yes, I'm very happy that you got that touchdown. And you look at it and you say, well, at the very least, we got a game-winning touchdown out of the guy for a 5th-round pick. It's a good start, but I think you need to see a lot more coming. And again, maybe you do. Maybe you do. I certainly like the fact that he's come in and he's made an immediate impact in a big-time situation where he can be clutch.
I think this is just the start. I hate to do this, but in nine plays, he did more than Van Jefferson did yesterday. In 9 plays, in 1 real route. And that's all the Steelers needed, was somebody to come in here and be that guy who could be a number 2. And Mike Williams said, yeah, screw it. I could be. Because George Pickens showed yesterday that once again, he's unreal. Like he is crazy good at this thing called football. And Mike Williams just coming in here and being a guy that you could rely on in those moments, that's massive for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out Mike Williams. Shout out Mike Williams. Watching him smile, running off the field yesterday felt great. We are pro player all the time on this podcast. And when guys get redemption shots and then take advantage of them, that's a day that, you just look at with a big smile. And it really felt good.